Hello, and welcome to week number 5 for Theater 101. We sometimes this stuff gets a little too arid. The asynchronous um, classes become a little dry, so just wanted to touch base with all of you. At this point, we've explored quite a bit. We've gotten into in chapter 1. We covered the uniqueness of theater. We talked about the similarities and the um, differences between live performance and TV and film. In week 5, we talked about the different forms of drama, tragicomedy, comedy, tragedy, um, epic theater, farce, melodrama, and absurdism. And some of you had really impressive um, takes on Waiting for Godot, which covers both absurdism and um, tragicomedy. So that was fun. Chapter 7, we talked about dramatic conventions, where we talked about stage directions a little bit. We talked about the differences between playwrights such as Shakespeare and Tennessee Williams. Shakespeare being somebody who, in his would basically create the stage directions within the dialogue, whereas Tennessee Williams would write stage directions very explicitly um, into the script. We'll learn a lot more about Tennessee Williams in week 6 when we watch our first play together, A Streetcar Named Desire. So that's I'm looking forward to that. Um, More to come on how we're doing that. We dealt with we got into plot. We dealt with exposition and complication, crisis, and resolution, sometimes called denouement. We also talked about the covered metaphor and similes. Metaphor is another thing that's going to come up quite a bit with Streetcar Named Desire. I mean, in fact, that's a term you need to keep in the back of your mind, because we're going to spend some time um, covering that. There's quite a bit of metaphor in Tennessee Williams' writing, in particular with Streetcar. In chapter 4, we talked about playwrights. A lot of you had some really great comments on David Henry Huang's video that I posted. There's also quite a few other explorations, because we got into alternative voices, Neil Cruz, and all sorts of stuff. So I hope all of you enjoyed some of those videos. I hope some of you looked at those videos, found them fascinating, and then went on to explore some of those playwrights in their own right, because they're all really fantastic. And in fact, my daughter just actually ended up, she was in her class, had to read A Raisin in the Sun, and was really very much enjoying that. Right around the same time we were covering it in class. So that was kind of a nice little fortuitous lineup there. Now we're getting into chapter 5. Chapter 5 covers producers. We're in week 5. Chapter 13 covers producers. The main thing to know about the producers are they're the people that make the play happen. The playwrights, you have directors, you have designers, you have actors, and all these artists that are really developing the look and the feel and the milieu of the play. But the producers, the person, or sometimes the people that are in charge of making sure that it gets launched. So there are a couple videos. I have one video where it explores the breakdown of the cost of a typical Broadway musical. In this case, I think I had there's a little video about Kinky Boots. There's another video on Cameron McIntosh, who really was revolutionary in terms of the Broadway theater and West End as well. And that kind of gets us up to speed. In week 6, we're going to be watching a play together, something I look forward to. We're going to be watching, I think, as I mentioned before, A Streetcar Named Desire. I'll post a Zoom link. For those of you who can attend, that'll be great. We'll sit and pop some popcorn, and we'll watch the film live. I'll do a live chat, and we'll talk about what I'll mention what to look for. If you can't come, you can't come. That's fine. Just make sure that you follow the Zoom recording after the fact. At this point, just make sure that you feel comfortable hopping onto the Q&A forum and asking any questions you might have. Feel free to email me as well. Looking forward, there's 3 total plays that we're going to watch together. This is the first one in week 6. This one covers kind of traditional tragedy. In the next one will be a comedy. The next one after that will be a musical. And Waiting for Godot, we kind of cover absurdism and tragic comedy. So we're trying to hit as many as we can. Musicals actually sometimes cover melodrama as well. So anyway, hope all is well. Have a great weekend, and I will see you in the discussion boards and in class. Don't forget, this week there's a quiz. Quiz number 2 covers chapter 4 and 13. And then once again, just look forward to week 6, where hopefully I'll get a chance to see some of you live and continue the discussion. So take care, and I'll see you in class. Bye-bye.